Welcome back to ABC General Hospital Spoilers channel. Today we will dive deep into the emotional whirlwind surrounding Gio Palmieri, Brooklyn Quartermain, and Dante Falconeri as a long-buried secret threatens to shatter their worlds. A dramatic mother-son revelation is on the horizon, and with it comes a storm of heartbreak, rejection, and complex family dynamics. Let's unpack this gripping storyline, exploring the intricate layers of pain, love, and unresolved tension that promise to keep fans on the edge of their seats. First, let's focus on Brooklyn Quartermain, who has spent years carrying the heavy burden of a secret she thought she had buried for good. The decision to give up her child for adoption was one of the most agonizing choices of her life, a wound that never truly healed. Now, as she navigates her day-to-day existence, Brooklyn feels an aching void where her child should be. It's as if a piece of her soul is missing, and the longing to reconnect with her lost child has grown into an unstoppable force. She dreams of meeting her son, of seeing his smile, hearing his voice, and building the bond she's craved for so long. What she doesn't yet know is that her son is closer than she could ever imagine. Gio Palmieri, a young man already woven into her life. The moment the truth comes to light, Brooklyn's heart will overflow with a fierce, protective love, intensified by the years of separation. But will this revelation bring the joy she envisions, or will it unleash a new kind of pain? The road ahead looks far from smooth, as this discovery is only the beginning of a deeply emotional journey for everyone involved. Meanwhile, Gio Palmieri is about to have his entire sense of identity turned upside down. For his whole life, he believed that Camilla, his late adoptive mother, was his biological parent. She was his rock, his source of comfort, and the foundation of his world. Her passing left him clinging to cherished memories, the only fragments of her he has left to hold on to. To Gio, Camilla was perfection, a nurturing, selfless woman who shaped him into the person he is today. So the bombshell that she wasn't his biological mother, and that she may have hidden the truth from him, feels like a betrayal of the deepest kind. It's as if the ground beneath him has crumbled, leaving him questioning everything he thought he knew about his past. The very memory of Camilla, which he's guarded so fiercely, now feels tainted by secrets and lies. As he grapples with this reality, Gio's emotions are a tangled mess of grief, anger, and confusion. How can he reconcile the love he felt for Camilla with the possibility that she kept such a monumental truth from him? This internal conflict sets the stage for a heart-wrenching clash with Brooklyn, as Gio's pain may manifest in ways that push her away just when she's ready to embrace him. The tension between Gio and Brooklyn is poised to reach a devastating peak with 5 piercing words that could shatter her hopes. "I don't want another mom." These words, laden with raw emotion, represent Gio's struggle to protect the sacred space in his heart reserved for Camilla. To him, accepting Brooklyn as his biological mother might feel like a betrayal of the woman who raised him, loved him, and sacrificed for him. He may lash out, arguing that Camilla was everything a mother should be: kind, devoted, and irreplaceable. In his mind, there's no room for another maternal figure, no matter how genuine Brooklyn's intentions are. Adding fuel to the fire, Gio might direct some of his frustration toward others, like Lois Cerullo and Gloria Cerullo, whom he could blame for perpetuating the secrecy around his adoption. It's easier to point fingers at those on the periphery than to confront the painful reality of Camilla's role in the deception. This rejection will strike Brooklyn like a dagger, as her dreams of a tearful, joyous reunion are replaced by the cold sting of distance. Yet, beneath Gio's harsh words lies a wounded young man, desperate to make sense of a life-altering truth. Will Brooklyn have the strength to weather this storm, or will her longing for connection be crushed under the weight of Gio's resistance? Compounding the drama is the strained relationship between Gio and Dante Falconeri, who has recently discovered that he is Gio's biological father. Dante, eager to step into the role of a father, approaches the situation with a mix of excitement and trepidation. He envisions building a rapport with Gio, sharing stories, and creating new memories to make up for lost time. However, the past casts a long shadow over their potential bond. A painful incident lingers between them. Dante once physically struck Gio during a heated altercation, an act that left deep emotional scars. For Gio, this moment is a barrier that cannot be easily dismantled. The resentment festers, and in a fit of anger, Gio might even retaliate, lashing out physically or verbally to express the turmoil within. Despite this, Dante holds on to a flicker of hope, believing that with patience and understanding, he can earn Gio's forgiveness. But Gio's heart is not easily swayed. The idea of accepting Dante as his father feels like an intrusion, especially when his memories of Camilla are still so raw. This dynamic adds another layer of complexity to the unfolding drama, as Dante's desire for connection clashes with Gio's need for space and time to heal. As the layers of this adoption secret unravel, there's a glimmer of hope that understanding might eventually bridge the divide. Brooke Lynn, though devastated by Gio's initial rejection, may come to realize that her role is not to replace Camilla, but to carve out a unique space in Gio's life. She'll need to show him, through patience and unwavering support, that her love is not a threat to his past, but an addition to his future. Similarly, Gio might slowly begin to see that Brooke Lynn's decision to give him up was not born of abandonment, but of a selfless desire to provide him with a better life. He may also uncover the painful truth that the adoption process was marred by misunderstandings, with Brooke Lynn believing that everything was handled through legitimate channels. While these realizations won't erase the hurt overnight, they could plant the seeds for reconciliation. The journey will be fraught with angst, as Gio processes the weight of his new reality, and Brooke Lynn fights to fill the empty space in her heart. Dante, too, must navigate his own path, proving through actions rather than words that he is worthy of being called a father. In the end, this storyline promises to deliver a roller coaster of emotions, with blow-ups, misunderstandings, and heartfelt moments of vulnerability. ABC General Hospital spoilers tease that Gio's struggle to accept his biological roots will be a central focus, creating setbacks for Brooke Lynn and Dante as they yearn for family unity. Yet, amidst the turmoil, there lies the potential for healing, a chance for broken bonds to mend and for new connections to form. Next, we will uncover the thrilling twists and turns awaiting us in the week of May 19th, 2025, as Port Charles braces for drama, secrets, and life-altering revelations. From mysterious phone calls to explosive confrontations at the nurses' ball, this week promises to keep fans glued to their screens. Let's dive into the heart of the action, exploring the heightened emotions, unexpected alliances, and shocking betrayals that will reshape lives in the iconic ABC soap opera. Kicking off the week, Sasha Gilmore Corbin finds herself spiraling into a state of utter panic that threatens to unravel her carefully guarded world. In the upcoming episodes, Sasha learns a distressing piece of news. Rick Lansing has unexpectedly added her to the witness list for the heated court battle between Willow Tate Corinthos and Michael Corinthos. The stakes couldn't be higher for Sasha, as stepping into the courtroom means facing questions that could pry open the door to her deepest, darkest secret, one she's fought tooth and nail to keep buried. The fear of exposure gnaws at her, making every moment feel like a ticking time bomb. As her anxiety mounts, Sasha turns to Jason Morgan for a lifeline, pouring out her fears in a desperate bid for guidance. Will Jason be able to offer the support she needs, or will Sasha's worst nightmares come to life under the scrutiny of the court? Her usually composed demeanor is replaced by trembling hands and sleepless nights, painting a vivid picture of a woman on the brink of collapse as the walls close in around her. While Sasha battles her inner demons, Nina Reeves is on the verge of an emotional eruption that promises to send shockwaves through Port Charles. Known for her fiery temperament, Nina loses all semblance of control as frustrations boil over, leading to a heated confrontation with none other than Carly Spencer. In a moment of unchecked rage, Nina unleashes her anger physically, striking Carly with such force that onlookers are left gasping. Carly's head whips around in a near-comical spin. This explosive altercation isn't the end of Nina's turmoil. Earlier, she unloads her grievances to Curtis Ashford, venting about the mounting pressures in her life. Meanwhile, Carly, reeling from the attack, finds solace in confiding to Jocelyn Jacks about the ordeal. Joss, never one to stand idly by, takes matters into her own hands and decides to confront Willow with a barrage of accusations, stirring up even more tension. This chain of events highlights the volatile nature of relationships in Port Charles, where a single spark can ignite a full-blown inferno. Will Nina's actions lead to lasting consequences, or can bridges be mended amidst the chaos? The centerpiece of the week is undoubtedly the Nurses' Ball, an event that begins early and captivates through Friday, weaving a tapestry of elegance, drama, and life-changing revelations. This annual gala, a beloved tradition in Port Charles, is set to be more than just a night of glamour and charity. It's a powder keg of secrets waiting to explode. As the event unfolds, whispers of hidden truths grow louder, culminating in exposures that will forever alter the trajectories of multiple lives. Lucy Coe, the passionate organizer of the Nurses' Ball, finds herself at the helm of a crisis. likely tied to the event's smooth execution. Her dedication to making the night perfect is tested as unexpected hurdles arise, from logistical nightmares to interpersonal clashes among the attendees. Picture the glittering ballroom filled with tension, as behind every smile lies a potential scandal ready to surface. Whether it's a slip of the tongue during a toast or a clandestine meeting caught by prying eyes, the nurses' ball will leave no one unscathed. Fans are left to wonder whose secrets will come tumbling out under the spotlight, and how will Port Charles recover from the fallout. Amidst the nurses' ball drama, Jason Morgan receives a cryptic phone call that adds an intriguing layer of mystery to the week's events. The identity of the caller remains shrouded in secrecy, leaving Jason and viewers on edge about what this communication could mean. Is it a warning, a plea for help, or a connection to a past he thought was behind him? The timing of this call, coinciding with the heightened emotions of the nurses' ball, suggests it could be a catalyst for further complications in Jason's already turbulent life. As he listens intently, his stoic expression masks a storm of questions. Could this be tied to Sasha's predicament, or does it herald a new threat lurking on the horizon? This enigmatic moment sets the stage for suspense, promising that Jason's journey this week will be anything but predictable. Elsewhere, Lulu Spencer is relentless in her pursuit of truth, embodying the spirit of a determined investigator as she chases down leads. In a charged preview clip, Lulu declares to Cody Bell that surrender is not an option. She will stop at nothing to uncover the answers she seeks. Her focus sharpens as she begins to shadow Lois Cerullo, scrutinizing her every move for clues to a larger puzzle. Lulu's tenacity is palpable. Imagine her lurking in the shadows, notebook in hand, piecing together fragments of conversations and subtle gestures. Her quest for clarity could unearth long-buried secrets, but at what cost to those around her? As Lulu digs deeper, the ripple effects of her discoveries might shake the foundations of multiple relationships in Port Charles, proving that the truth is often a double-edged sword. The week is also packed with an array of personal shocks and unexpected turns for other beloved characters. Alexis Davis is blindsided by a nasty surprise that throws her off balance, potentially tied to a legal or personal matter that she thought was resolved. Portia Robinson receives an intriguing offer of friendship, a gesture that could provide much-needed support or come with hidden strings attached. Meanwhile, Max Scorpio breathes a sigh of relief as he gets news that lifts a burden from his shoulders, offering a rare moment of peace in his often chaotic life. Anna Devane, ever the strategist, puts a meticulously crafted plan into motion, though the outcome remains uncertain. Ned and Olivia Quartermaine issue a stern warning, perhaps to a family member veering off course, while Carly finally comes face-to-face with Joss's handler, Vaughn, in a meeting charged with unspoken questions. Christina Corinthos Davis is left reeling from a stunning revelation, and Trina Robinson grapples with concern whether it's for Portia or Kai Taylor remains to be seen. Drew Kane, brimming with overconfidence, may be setting himself up for a fall, while Curtis Ashford makes a pivotal decision that could shift his future. Lastly, Carly receives an offer that piques her curiosity, adding another layer of intrigue to her storyline. As the week of May 19, 2025 unfolds, ABC General Hospital delivers a masterclass in drama, weaving together personal struggles, public spectacles, and shadowy mysteries. From Sasha's courtroom terror to Nina's fiery outburst, and from the nurses' ball's earth-shattering secrets to Jason's mysterious call, Port Charles is a battleground of emotions and hidden agendas. Next, we're diving deep into the tumultuous world of Port Charles, where the lives of 7 iconic women are teetering on the edge of destruction. Secrets, scandals, and shocking betrayals are about to erupt, threatening to shatter the foundations of their worlds in ways they never saw coming. From blackmail schemes gone awry to hidden truths about babies and devastating lies, the drama is set to reach a fever pitch, especially with the highly anticipated Nurses' Ball just around the corner this week on GH. As the event unfolds, expect jaw-dropping revelations that could spell the end for some of these beloved characters. Lives will be irrevocably changed, relationships will be tested, and the fallout will leave viewers on the edge of their seats. Let's unpack the explosive storylines surrounding Christina Corinthos Davis, Molly Lansing Davis, Ava Jerome, Lois Cerullo, and others whose fates hang in the balance. Christina Corinthos Davis, a descent into chaos. First in the spotlight is Christina Corinthos Davis, whose life is spiraling into a dark abyss of guilt and consequence. For weeks, whispers of her reckless behavior have echoed through Port Charles, and now the truth is clawing its way to the surface. In a moment of misguided rage, Christina tampered with what she believed was Ava Jerome's car, intending to send a warning. Tragically, her plan backfired horrifically. She had targeted the wrong vehicle, and it was Rick Lansing behind the wheel. The resulting accident nearly claimed the lives of Rick and Elizabeth Weber, sending shockwaves through the community. As the investigation tightens, more players are entering the fray, including Lucky Spencer, who has uncovered damning evidence of blackmail involving Ava and Rick's manipulation of Alexis Davis. With the walls closing in, Christina is grappling with unbearable pressure. Sources close to the Corinthos family suggest she might be on the verge of a full confession, not just to clear her conscience but to shield her mother Alexis from further harm. However, such a decision could lead her down one of two harrowing paths: a stay at Shady Brook Mental Health Facility or a grim cell in Pentonville Prison. The once fiery and determined Christina now faces a future clouded by uncertainty, as even her closest allies question whether she can recover from this catastrophic misstep. Molly Lansing Davis. A sisterhood shattered? Christina's actions have a ripple effect, and no one feels the impact more acutely than her sister Molly Lansing Davis. The bond between the sisters, already fragile after a gut-wrenching surrogacy drama and the tragic loss of a baby, is on the brink of collapse. Just when it seemed they had mended their fractured relationship, this latest bombshell threatens to destroy any hope of reconciliation. Molly, who has always strived to see the good in Christina, may find herself unable to forgive when she learns the full extent of her sister's reckless endangerment of their father, Rick. Insider leaks hint that Molly's initial shock will quickly morph into a simmering fury as she grapples with the realization that Christina's instability could have cost Rick his life. Friends of Molly report that she's been confiding in TJ Ashford about her fears, worried that her sister's mental state poses a danger to everyone around her. The betrayal cuts even deeper because Molly had believed they were finally moving past their differences. Now, with Christina's potential confession looming and the possibility of legal consequences or psychiatric intervention, Molly faces an agonizing choice: stand by her sister in her darkest hour or protect her own heart from further pain. Whatever path she chooses, the once unbreakable sisterly bond may be lost forever. Ava Jerome. A house of cards collapsing. Turning our attention to Ava Jerome, we find a woman whose cunning schemes are about to blow up in her face with devastating force. Ava has long played a dangerous game of blackmail, holding dark secrets over Alexis Davis in a ruthless bid for power and financial security. However, her calculated moves are unraveling fast, thanks to Alexis's relentless determination to fight back. With tech wizard Damian Spinelli lending his unparalleled hacking expertise, Alexis is inching closer to exposing Ava's deceit. Ava, the schemer, attempted to stay one step ahead by relocating Rick's sabotaged car before Alexis could destroy the evidence, even leaving a taunting note to rub salt in the wound. But her arrogance may be her downfall. Lucky Spencer has entered the fray with a personal vendetta, vowing to dismantle Ava's web of lies piece by piece. Rumor has it that Ava's financial empire built on the ill-gotten gains of her blackmail is on the verge of collapse. Her beloved art gallery, a symbol of her status in Port Charles, could be auctioned off to cover mounting debts. Worse still, whispers from Sonny Corinthos' camp suggest he's re-evaluating their custody agreement over their daughter Avery Jerome Corinthos. After undergoing successful heart surgery, Sonny is regaining his strength and resolve. If he learns of Ava's vicious tactics against Alexis, he might launch a fierce legal battle for sole custody, stripping Ava of the last vestiges of stability in her life. Her world, once meticulously crafted, is crumbling, and Ava's desperate attempts to cling to power may only hasten her inevitable fall. Molly Set's unending heartache. Molly Lansing Davis's story takes yet another heartbreaking turn as she becomes an unwilling casualty in the chaos surrounding her family. Unlike others caught in this storm of secrets, Molly's pain isn't born of her own actions, but rather the collateral damage of those she loves most. Her dreams of motherhood were shattered when the surrogacy arrangement with Christina fell apart, followed by the unbearable loss of the baby. That tragedy drove a wedge between her and TJ Ashford, leaving their relationship hanging by a thread. Now, as she struggles to rebuild her life, a fresh wound threatens to break her entirely. Learning of Christina's dangerous stunt with Rick's car nearly killing their father feels like the ultimate betrayal. Sources close to Molly reveal she's been seen wandering the docks late at night, lost in thought, as if searching for answers in the dark waters. The weight of her family's dysfunction is crushing her spirit, and friends fear she may withdraw completely from those who care about her. Adding to her torment, Molly is also grappling with guilt over her own harsh words to Christina in the past, wondering if she could have done more to prevent this spiral. As the nurse's ball approaches, an event meant to bring glamour and joy to Port Charles, Molly dreads the inevitable confrontations that await. Her heart, already scarred, may not withstand the revelations destined to unfold under the glittering lights of the ballroom. Lois Cerullo and the Unspoken Burdens. Lois Cerullo, another pillar of Port Charles, finds herself entangled in a web of unspoken burdens that threaten to unravel her carefully curated life. While specifics remain shrouded in mystery, spoilers hint at a long-buried secret tied to her past with the Quartermain family. Some speculate it involves a hidden financial deal that could jeopardize her standing in the community, while others whisper of a personal betrayal that has simmered beneath the surface for decades. Lois, known for her fierce loyalty and sharp wit, has always been a rock for those around her, particularly her daughter, Brooke Lynn. But now, as the nurse's ball draws near, she's reportedly been seen looking unusually distracted, snapping at loved ones over trivial matters. Insiders suggest Lois is bracing for a bombshell that could not only tarnish her reputation, but also strain her relationships with those she holds dear. Will she find the strength to confront her past head-on, or will the weight of her secrets drag her into a scandal she can't escape? The stakes couldn't be higher as Lois navigates this precarious chapter, with the potential to lose everything she's fought so hard to build. The Nurses' Cest Ball, a stage for disaster. As the week progresses, all eyes turn to the Nurses' Ball, an annual event synonymous with elegance, charity, and, inevitably, drama. This year, it promises to be the epicenter of catastrophe for our 7 leading ladies. With each character carrying a volatile mix of secrets and lies, the ballroom is set to become a battlefield where truths will be exposed under the glare of crystal chandeliers. Spoilers tease that at least one major confrontation will erupt mid-event, with accusations flying and alliances crumbling in front of a stunned audience. For Christina, it could be the moment her tampering scandal breaks wide open, while Ava might face public humiliation as her blackmail scheme unravels. Molly, caught in the crossfire, may find herself torn between family loyalty and personal pain, all while Lois and others brace for their own reckonings. The Nurses' Ball, typically a night of celebration, is poised to mark the end of an era for some of Port Charles's most prominent women. By the time the final dance concludes, lives will be forever altered, and the fallout will resonate through the town for weeks to come. Conclusion: a town on the brink. The women of Port Charles, Christina, Molly, Ava, Lois, and their counterparts are standing at a crossroads where every decision could lead to salvation or ruin. Blackmail, baby secrets, and filthy lies have woven a tangled web, ensnaring each character in a narrative of betrayal and consequence. As the Nurses' Ball looms, the tension in Port Charles is palpable, with every resident holding their breath for the inevitable explosions. Will Christina find redemption, or will her actions condemn her? Can Molly salvage her bond with her sister amidst the wreckage? Is Ava's empire doomed to collapse under the weight of her own schemes? And what hidden truths will emerge to challenge Lois and the others? Tune in to ABC's General Hospital this week to witness the drama unfold in all its heart-wrenching glory. The lives of these 7 women will never be the same, and neither will the landscape of Port Charles. Stay with us for more updates, spoilers, and behind-the-scenes insights as this riveting saga continues to captivate.